Do I use screeners to find my plays? No, I don't. And I'm not flipping for my plays either, like you see a lot of traders do, flipping through a long list of stocks. I teach my traders that their stock watch list, their daily trading list should be no more than 10 symbols. It should be no less than 6 and no more than 10. The professional is not, I look at the whole market. Professionals don't trade that way. Professionals trade things that they trade virtually every single day. They trade things that they are absolutely intimate with, familiar with. They trade things that they know like the back of their hand. They don't just search for where the opportunity is. The same way a New York Stock Exchange specialist is in the pit and trades one thing. Just because he hears some noise at another pit, he doesn't leave his pit and go over there and trade. He trades his one thing. This is what he knows. This is his life. This is his bread and butter. This is his baby. This is his child. This is more of a professional approach than where's the news? Where's the action? Can I scan for what's in motion? That is more of a novice approach to the market. Professional traders understand that the action always comes to their stocks. Every stock gets its day. Every stock gets its momentum. Every stock gets its breakout. Every stock gets its uptrend. Every stock gets its downtrend. Every stock gets its momentum, its power, its moves, its excitement, its earnings, its gaps. Every stock gets it. So what you should do instead of being a searcher is you should sit back, stand still, and be a waiter. The searchers are on the novice side of the game. The waiters are the professional side of the game. All right? And so trading shouldn't even be called trading. It should be called waiting. You're waiting for your opportunity to occur in your stocks. Most novice traders don't even have their stocks. They think they're supposed to trade the market, but you're supposed to take the market and carve out your market. You're not supposed to play the whole market. That's ridiculous. You're supposed to carve out of the market your individual market. You're supposed to have a small little market that has your name on it. This is my little 10 stock index, or my 6 stock index, or my 8 stock index, your index. And you're supposed to know them like you know your children. Know when they're lying, know when they're happy, know when they're sick, know when they're sad. You can't do that if you all of a sudden the activity is over here, but I don't even know what this stock does. That's not how you play this game. And so you've got to have things you play already set up. Like I play these 4 things, these 4 events I play. I play these 4 events when they happen in these 6 stocks. You understand? And so now you have the 6 stocks, right, staring you in the face. Okay? And you're waiting for any of the 4 events to occur in any of the 6 windows that are looking at you. That's proper trading. Waiting. Waiting for the opportunity to step to you. There's something I wrote in my first book that has historically caught people. I know this because people write me all the time about having read my book, and they mention some people take the time to mention what really grabbed them. One of the things that grabbed people was this small little statement. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, you don't choose your best trades. Your best trades choose you. And so you got 6 stocks looking at you. You're waiting. You're waiting for the one stock to step forward and say, "It's my turn, boss." That's how you trade. The novice trades like, oh, is there opportunity here? Is there opportunity there? Is it over here? Is it up there? Is it down there? Is it behind me? Where is opportunity? All over the place. The professionals here. Okay, which one of you is going to step forward first? Remember that. All right. All right. M Poppy Crypto says, when you said professionals wait like a pro surfer waiting for the right wave, yes, professional surfers don't catch every wave. That's absolutely true. And this applies to anything in life, right? Waiting for the right business opportunity, waiting for the right partner, right? Not selecting any and every partner, and not trying every possible scenario, waiting for the right ones to show up in the right place. This is quality. It's a quality approach that is not only for trading, but it's a quality approach for living your life as well. All right. How do I choose a stock watch list? I actually went over this today. I'll give you some brief clues as to how to grab a watch list. Right? I was teaching my traders today, and that you want price representation. So you never want, let's say you're going to build a 10 stock trading list, watch list. You don't want all 10 stocks clustered in the same price range. So you want price diversification, price representation, but you have to pick a price range. So let's say the price range is $30 to 120. Okay? That's your range, 30 to 120. So if you have a range, the majority of the stocks should sit in the middle of that range. And then you should have some stocks sprinkled on the outer ends of that range. So the majority should be around $70, 70, 80, 60, 70, 80, like that. That's where the majority should be. Then you should have one or two above and one or two below. All right, that's number one, price diversification. Number two, you want sector diversification. So you might want a bank stock in there, one or two bank stocks, one or two chip stocks, one or two oil stocks, one or two metals, one or two big tech stocks, one or two socials, one or two transportation stocks, whatever. You want at least 4 sectors represented in the list. You don't want a list of 10 stocks and 8 of them are bank stocks. That's ridiculous. Okay? So you want price representation, you want sector representation. Then you want volatility. So listen, most people are afraid of volatility. Like everyone says, Oliver, Bitcoin's volatile. Exactly. That's where the opportunity is. We as marketplace, I want volatility. I can turn volatility into my friend. It's an enemy when you have no knowledge. It's an enemy. Volatility is an enemy when you're not skilled, when you have no knowledge, when you're not educated, when you don't know how to turn volatility into your friend. I want volatility. So you want price representation, sector representation, and volatility. You don't want a dead stock. You don't want a stock where every time you get into it, it's like watching paint dry, or watching the grass grow. Like, you don't need that. Time is of the essence when you're trading, because if you're hanging in your trades too long, there's opportunity cost. There's other things popping off that you're missing. All right. And so you need volatility. And the way to do that is by average true range. Pick stocks that have a very decent average true range for their specific price range. And that's how you narrow things down. So once you get your sectors in place and you're in the right price range, so you've got your drug stocks, you've got your banks, you've got your chip stocks, you've got your big tech stocks. Now you've got maybe a list of 20, 30. Now you got to get those down based on the criteria of volatility. Maybe you have 9 banks, but you got to get down to 2. Which 2 have the highest volatility? All right. Maybe you have 4 chip stocks, but you need to get down to 1. Which one has the highest volatility? And that's how you come up with that 6 to 10. Boom. You sit there. You don't watch anything else. You don't look at anything else. You don't trade anything else for many, 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 many months. And then after that period, you do research on this list. Okay. What's my best performing symbol? What's my worst performing symbol? Which symbol delivers the biggest gains? Which symbols do I tend to have the biggest, most debilitating losses in? Which symbol is the most boring? Which one's the most active? You start to do, and maybe you'll replace one or two. And over time, this process gets you to a core 6 to 10 that you don't change for years sometimes. I traded Apple every day of my life for 18 years. It's only recently that I stopped trading it every day because its nature has changed a bit. 18 years every single day of my life. That's a professional.